Welcome to How to Create the Incredible. I'd love to invite you to set an intention, focus in on what you would really love to get out of our fresh burst of 20 minutes together this morning. An intention is a simple, powerful sentence which ignites the aim of what you wish to achieve. Keeping it simple is key. So it could just look like, I'd like to learn something new. Simple. Just take a moment and let whatever drops in become your intention for our time together. Great. Got it? Let's do this then. In the Collins English Dictionary, incredible is described as beyond belief or understanding, unbelievable. Now let's incorporate one of the world's most research-based, science-backed studies on the planet. Many call it woo-woo. It is that of manifestation. Manifestation is the art of all things quantum science, and what we think of as impossible becomes possible. This is where your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs bring something into physical reality. Manifestation is what you focus on is what you get. Just for a moment, I'd like to invite you to close down your eyes, keep breathing, and just go back to what you dreamed of doing when you were a child. You might have dreamed about becoming a teacher, a ballet dancer, or a pop star. Got it? Great. Now open your eyes. Whatever it was you dreamed about, I'd just like to honor your dream and like to thank you for taking that moment to go back to your childhood. For me, I dreamed of being a mermaid. My dad called me Marine Girl. Swimming was always my thing. At the age of 7, I started swimming competitively. I longed to swim in the ocean. Then the movie Grease was released. The opening scene with Danny and Sandy on the beach sold me. It was Australia. I know Grease wasn't actually filmed in Australia. I know that, but it was Australia that I dreamed of. I dreamed of days that I would spend swimming in the ocean with my dolphin friends. I was 7 years old. Throughout those years till I was around 13, Australia beckoned. Then I became interested in boys and Australia took the back seat. In 1998, my sister emigrated to Canada. People would ask me, when was I moving to Canada? Nah, not Canada, but give me Australia and now we're talking, was my consistent reply. My dream was still there in the background of my mind, gently nudging me. In 2014, I was introduced by a friend to a New York Times best-selling book on experimenting with energy. My journey with manifestation began. In July 2015, world events changed the trajectory of my life. A summer holiday that had been planned got cancelled with 2 weeks' notice. Arrangements was quickly made for us to travel to New Zealand for 6 weeks, combining our summer holiday and work for my husband. The minute we landed, before the door of the plane had even opened, I knew things were about to change for me big time. I remember that moment and it took my breath away. For the first 3 weeks, we traveled around the North Island. Our base was a cute holiday apartment, a picturesque sea view, and a stinky sulfur natural swimming pool. It was truly divine. Week 4 into our holiday and we were to move base to Auckland where my husband would work. Me and the boys would just enjoy the sights. At first, we couldn't find any accommodation because we had left it so last minute. Then on a whim, an agency popped up on a newsfeed and my husband dialed the number. I looked at the website. I saw the one I loved. My heart burst. It was way too expensive and there were plenty of others in our price range. My husband told me to look at a particular address. Oh my gosh, it was the one I had seen earlier and had fallen in love with. The agent, who was currently about to board her plane to South Africa, desperately wanted this house to be looked after while she was away. If we liked it, we could have it at a hugely discounted price. This was incredible. In less than 10 minutes, we had found ourselves a beachfront property in an exclusive area of Auckland. My husband's journey to work was a small ferry ride, which took him straight to the office. Myself, well, I would make a cup of tea, gazing out of the kitchen window at the beach. It took me 28 steps from the kettle to get to the beach where I would sip my cup of tea. I was truly living the dream. Myself and the boys spent our days discovering Auckland and enjoying our winter-summer holiday. It was only jaded by a little error I had made by putting diesel in our petrol rental car. Don't ask. In December of that year, my family found ourselves in Sydney for Christmas and the New Year. Included in this holiday were visas all taken care of, airport pickups booked and paid for, flights all paid for, and a chic Darling Harbour apartment to top it off. All we had to do was first buy an extra suitcase for all the Christmas presents to go in, pack our clothes, and collate our spending money. This was beyond incredible. 8 months later, myself and my family boarded a plane with a one-way ticket. The rest, as they say, is history. My friend who introduced me to the book on manifesting, she too in 2016 left our hometown in Wales to live in Germany. She now teaches English to French, German, and Spanish employees. It's her dream job. She lives in a beautiful apartment in a quaint German town. We are all capable of manifesting. There are no special ones. You are special. The real fun of manifesting starts when you focus on what you truly desire and your life turns around as if by magic. Let's talk science. My top 3 research-based evidence comes from the following. Albert Einstein, one of the most impactful physicists of the 20th century. Albie famously stated that everything is energy. It's not philosophy, it's physics. Next up is the wonderful Bruce Lipton. Bruce, a cell biologist, lecturer, internationally recognized leader in bridging science and spirit, groundbreaking stem cell biologist, and is world leader in the field of epigenetics. Lastly, none other than the fabulous Joe Dispenza, a chiropractor, post-grad in neurology, neuroscience, brain function, cellular biology, memory formation, aging, and longevity. Dr. Joe's work is truly inspirational. More importantly, he is leading the way to the masses to prove that our bodies can absolutely heal themselves. No matter what condition or dis-ease the body is experiencing, we are absolutely more than capable of healing. More importantly, we are capable of manifesting a body that we truly desire and feel at home in, whatever that may look like for you. It is possible to reprogram our minds and our bodies so we can create change. We are not broken. We just need to readjust and reboot the programs that are already within us to create a life that is incredible. So how do you do this thing called manifesting? Years ago, I loved watching Oprah on Super Soul Sunday. Manifesting was often talked about, at which point I would tune in with my journal, take endless notes, and then wonder why a few months later down the road just wasn't working out. One particular manifestation that I desired was that of a personal chef. Oprah has one. That's what I wanted, a personal chef. Oh yes, that would make my life. It would make everything better. Well, that's not exactly how this manifestation came to pass. Here's what happened. Around this time, I discussed this idea with a mentor of mine. She told me to hook up with some grandma who loved kids, loved cooking, and would only be too pleased to spend some time thrashing out the chicken dinners in my kitchen. My words, not hers. Oh my days, this was it, the answer. Well, that never happened. On reflection, though, this manifestation was gifted to me in a variety of formats. I was working with young adults who had learning difficulties. And one young lady wanted to learn how to cook. My team leader thought I would be a great match. Only what he didn't know was that I wasn't so great at cooking. This led to me being taken under the wing of said client's mother, who would teach me the recipe that I would then teach her daughter. Definitely a way to build trust in relationships. Lovely times, divine curries. A few years later, my friend took me under her wing and we would cook. No, we would bake. We baked cakes. We made brownies and shortbread biscuits galore. We had so much fun. And then I actually married an amazing cook who was right in front of my very eyes. A personal chef was too much of a stretch. The gap was too big. I manifested what I could handle and what I needed. So manifestations might come in forms that you weren't expecting. Things are always working out for you in ways that you don't even think possible. And a personal chef is still on my list. A few things that can assist your manifestation to come to life is by focusing what you desire, like vision boards, daily affirmations, meditation practices, and emotional mastery. They are some of my favorites. What I have observed is that there is one thing that most people miss out when they start manifesting. They forget one of the foundational steps, which is to bring your nervous system online. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just circle back to my holiday in New Zealand. I experienced moments where I saw dolphins, seals, and scenery that I felt was truly heaven on earth. Magical moments, holiday in a country I had longed to visit since I was in junior school. I was truly moved. I cried lots. I believed I was in a dream. My life surpassed incredible. The thing was, I wasn't able to stay in this vibe. My body couldn't hold me in this state. I was only able to feel where I was at. Emotionally, I was on a roller coaster. Highs, lows, highs, lows. Happy, fun, loving Jo, well, she was great. I loved her. Then my mask would slip and I would become this horrid person that I didn't like. The snappy mum, the drama scene wife. Oh my days, I was currently living in a fabulous house on the beach. Everything outside of me was fabulous. Inside of me, well, that was a different story. What was wrong with me? I was having the time of my life, but yet I felt so empty. I told myself that this was just the way it was. I didn't know any different. I didn't know anything else was possible. The problem that most of us experience is that we can't feel at a deep level because our nervous system isn't ready. Our nervous system controls everything we do, from our breathing to walking, to how we think, to how we feel. Our nervous system comprises of two main systems: our sympathetic, fight, flight, or freeze, and our parasympathetic, rest, digest, and relax. The trouble is, most of us, especially with the world we all, all live in today, are looping in our fight, flight, or freeze mode. Freeze mode is a state we all need to be particularly aware of because this one operates in stealth mode. It's the one we are least aware of. This is the state that you see animals in when they see a predator, and they just hold themselves so still that they can't be seen. This is our limbic brain playing out, the system from days gone by. Freeze mode plays out in our unconscious mind, and we don't even realize that we have become frozen. Life on the surface seems great. We put our masks on, but underneath the surface, our life is in chaos. By healing our nervous system, we can bring online our body to tap into the healing that we are more than capable of doing. We just have to provide our bodies with the right conditions. This is the true core of manifesting, because when you master this, you are building solid foundations for your life. How you get to experience your life will change because your nervous system will be rebooted and your body will function so much better because of it. Just think how you could feel with your body functioning as it was meant. So let's just do a recap of the things that we've discussed in this fresh burst. Shown are some tips on how to heal our nervous system. Breathing is my particular favorite. You can go in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. It's a great way to calm your nervous system down. Pick ones that feel good for you to do it. Oh, and I also love the cold showers. All the examples shown will activate your nervous system. And as a result, switch on that rest, digest, and relaxed mode of being. This is when your body can truly heal in its optimum state. Next up are top tips to build your manifestation practice. You can do them all, some of them, mix them around, juggle them around a bit, whatever feels good and is fun and exciting for you. Then you have a list of manifestation reading resources. Pam Grout, E Squared, is the book that got me started. And I love how she writes because it's as if you are in a science experiment. It's easy, fun, and she provides simple action steps. My favorite part of manifestation is where you get to transform yourselves. I lead you through how you can heal your nervous system, tap into your own emotional mastery. So you not only manifest the things you desire, you also get other amazing side effects. You get to feel calm and at peace with yourself. You build your own inner trust, self-belief, and the ability to back yourself. Your confidence radiates. Relationships around you transform. Connections reestablished and deeper intimacy achieved. This form of manifestation creates a life where you feel energized, joyful, and fulfilled, fueled by the deepest gratitude for who you are and where you are in your life. When you manifest from foundational pillars in a sustainable way, then you yourself create the incredible.